but only in the ivory color. Now, when cardinals appear, angels are near. It's been said that when you lose a loved one, they reappear to you in the form of a cardinal. And to let you know two things. One, that they're okay, and number two, that you're going to be okay. And that is so very important. So if you're looking for the white cardinal, or in this case, the ivory cardinal, we've got it for you. Ordinarily $45 regular QVC price. We're over $10 less. And yes, you will need 2 AA batteries to make this work. So pick that up the next time you're at the market. But here's the flame on the inside. And if it's possible, I don't know if it's possible for us to bring our lights down in the studio, but we'll try. They've been acting up a little bit. But it's one of those situations where you can see the light inside the candle as well. That's what makes this so very special. As our lights come down and we show you some of that reflective light, let's bring in Janine Graff, our brand ambassador from Luminara. And she's standing by on Skype to tell us about ivory cardinals.
Yes. I had no idea that there were white cardinals out in nature. Jane Tracy told me that when we debuted this. Beautiful figural. We have never done a cardinal figural before. Luminara only does X amount of figurals for each season, and they have to be extra special. And when they do make them, it's a limited edition piece, truly. If you are a collector and you want to get something that's extra special, you will tend to go to our figurals first. And our figurals tend to help tell a seasonal story. And this cardinal certainly is that seasonal moment, but because of that gorgeous ivory color, it really is a beautiful year-round candle that, as you said, has so much meaning to so many of us that truly believe that cardinals are those messengers from our loved ones. And I love seeing cardinals in my backyard. I always think of my own dad, but the ivory is almost ethereal, and it's a piece that you could put bedside, you could put by a special photograph, keep it in the kitchen. It's a piece that could layer in with your other neutral ivory pillar candles, and you get that beautiful, gentle, dancing flame. So it makes the perfect bedside candle as well.
I love that all Luminara flames dance a little bit. They're designed to dance to give the impression of a real candle.
Yeah. Yeah, we're world renowned because of that patented technology by the Imagineers. And it really is that kind of hallmark that really makes our candles stand out among other flameless candles. When you want that most realistic, that authentic dance of light without having to strike a match, this is really where you go to, the Luminara candle brand. And you notice that the flame, it's electromagnetic and LED technology. I never really get into it much because people, they don't care. But I think it's neat for you to understand. That's why it gives you that random, gentle, it's not a strobe light. And you're showing the bottom, it's flat, so it'll sit beautifully, tabletop, and it takes the 2 AA batteries, so you're gonna get 200 hours of glow time. We do give you a 5-hour timer and the remote, so you can switch this maybe to a 4, 6, 8, or even a 10-hour option. It's beautifully carved. When you get it home, you'll be shocked at how much detail. It looks like a beautiful, kind of almost like a porcelain piece. And I love that shot there because you're really seeing the quality of the light within, and you can still make out that beautiful detailing of the cardinal's face and the body.
This is something so special. And it's also a nice size, 7.1 inches wide by 4.8 inches high by 3.3 inches deep. So this is not small by any means. And if you want to place this in a room where maybe you had a loved one living with you who has passed, maybe it's a good way to remember them. It's also important to know there's a built-in timer, 5 hours on, 19 hours off. So this works out really nicely and becomes a conversation starter for everyone. And I can remember someone that worked here at QVC, she doesn't work here any longer, but I remember she lost her husband and she was very, very upset about it. And I said, well, be watching for cardinals. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, your husband will reappear to you as a cardinal to let you know 2 things. 1, that they're okay, and 2, that you're gonna be okay. Well, she hugged me and thanked me and cried. And then about 2 weeks later, she stopped me and she said, you'll never believe what happened. And I said, did a cardinal visit you? She said, I was out
Yeah.
riding my bicycle. I stopped to get a drink of water out of my water bottle. I looked down on my handlebars, and a cardinal flew and landed on my handlebars. I said, that
That's
was your
amazing.
husband. That was your husband.
Yeah.
And she cried, I cried, everybody that heard the story cried. I mean, it was so lovely because everyone remembers something so special.
Yeah, yeah. There'll be times where I'll look out in the kitchen window and I'll just be having a day, and I'll be thinking of my dad, and I'll be darned, there's that cardinal that shows up. I just think that this would make a beautiful gift to someone who might be going through a hard time, who might be missing someone. This is another form of an angel. I love decorating with angels. I love the symbolism with angels. Cardinals for me is kind of like that second tier right there. I even love this in a nursery. I love this. If you're just a Luminara collector, it's one of those pieces that you just have to have. We've never done it before. It's a beautiful, and I used to teach art. So I used to teach sculpture, painting, drawing, and this is one of the most beautifully sculpted wax figurals that Luminara has done. Sometimes it can be a little, simple, minimal. The detailing, the carving, every little feather, the tail, the beak, even the top of his head. I mean, I'm just so impressed with the craftsmanship, not only with the technology. Oh, I don't know why we're having fireworks, but
You're having fireworks. I mean, some fireworks happening. I don't know why.
I don't know what that was, but anyway, this one is a rock star for our figural collection set. So.
Well, I think the fireworks are a fitting finish to our cardinal.
Wild.
But don't go away, Miss Janine, because we're going to be talking about the candle garden and the pillars coming up, okay?
Yes, I'm ready to go.